Assalamualaikum. Welcome to our lesson of Form 4, Chapter 5, Genetics, Part 1. Genes are inherited through cell division. There are two types of cell division that take place in a cell: mitosis and meiosis. To understand the flow processes and functions of mitosis and meiosis, let us study this slide first. From the left diagram, we can find and see that there are two colored chromosomes, the green and the purple color. Do you still remember what is meant by a chromosome? A chromosome is fine thread-like structures which consists of nucleic acids and protein. A chromosome carries the DNA molecules. Both green and purple chromosomes is called as homologous chromosomes. Homologous chromosomes are made up of chromosome pairs of approximately the same length and centromer position. At the center of both chromosomes is the centromer. A centromer is the specialized DNA that links a pair of sister chromatids. Sister chromatids are formed through the replication or duplication process. Now look at the diagram on your right. Replication or duplication is the biological process of producing two identical replicas of DNA. On the right diagram, you can see that the green and the purple chromosomes are already duplicated or become double than the original number of chromosomes. A chromosome that has been newly copied is called as a chromatid. Meanwhile, a sister chromatid is one half of the duplicated chromosome. A pair of sister chromatids are joined together by a common centromer. Let's begin with mitosis, the first type of cell division. Mitosis is a cell division process that forms two identical daughter cells. Mitosis takes place in the somatic cells of the human and animal bodies. Mitosis consists of four phases. The first phase is prophase. The chromosomes become shortened and thickened. The chromosomes also undergo a replication process. Next is the metaphase. Chromosomes are arranged in an equatorial plane. Next is the anaphase. In anaphase, the centromer splits into two. Each sister chromatid separates and moves toward the opposite poles of the cell. This is what we call polarization. Number 4 is telophase. Chromatids reach the opposite poles, nuclear membrane and nucleolus are formed again. Next, the cytoplasma or the cell divides and form two daughter cells. These two daughter cells carry the same number of chromosomes and genetic information as the parent cell are formed. Meiosis is the second type of cell division. Meiosis is a process where the cell divides into four distinct cells. Meiosis takes place in the reproductive organ. Meiosis has a longer flow of process compared to mitosis because meiosis have two stages of phase, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Let us begin with meiosis 1 stage. Begin with the prophase 1, where chromosomes shorten and thicken. The duplication of chromosomes occur at this phase. Crossing over occurs, where genetic information is exchanged between the homologous chromosomes. Next is the metaphase 1. Chromosomes are arranged in an equatorial plane. The spindle fibers are attached to the centromeres. Number 3 is the anaphase 1. Homologous chromosomes separate and move towards the opposite poles of the cells. And for the last one, in meiosis 1 stage is the telophase 1. Cytoplasma or the cell divides. This is the last stage of meiosis 1. You can see that meiosis 1 consists of four phases: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, and telophase 1. Now let's continue with the second stage in meiosis, that is meiosis 2. For phase 2, chromosomes shorten and thicken. Then we go to number 6, that is metaphase 2. Chromosomes arranged in an equatorial plane. The spindle fibers can be seen attached to the centromere. Can you see the similarity between number 1 and number 5, number 2 and number 6? Yes, they have something in common. Number 1 and number 5 shares the same point where chromosomes shorten and thicken. Meanwhile, for number 2 and number 6, the points are the same, where chromosomes arrange in an equatorial plane. Spindle fibers attach to the centromere. Now we go on with the second last phase in meiosis 2. Anaphase 2, where centromere splits into two. The sister chromatids separate and move towards the opposite poles of the cell. This is the polarization process. Next, we go to number 8, that is telophase 2, where cell divides into four daughter cells. What are the similarities between mitosis and meiosis? Both mitosis and meiosis are types of cell division in which one cell gives rise to more than one cell. Both mitosis and meiosis follow replication of chromosomes where DNA is duplicated. What are the differences between mitosis and meiosis? Let's look at the first comparison. Mitosis takes place in the somatic cells of human and animal bodies. For plants, mitosis takes place at the tips of shoots and roots. Meiosis takes place in ovary and testes in humans. In plants, meiosis takes place in anther and ovary. Mitosis produces two daughter cells. Meanwhile, meiosis produces four daughter cells. Crossing over does not occur in mitosis, which will result in no variation at all. In meiosis, crossing over results in a shuffling of genetic material and is an important cause of genetic variation seen among offspring. For example, your friends and classmates may have different eye and hair colors, with different body size and height. The presence of differences within us is known as variation. The number of chromosomes are same in both parent and daughter cells for mitosis but different in meiosis. Between mitosis and meiosis, only mitosis allows the daughter cells to be genetically identical to their parent cells.